So guys, following the Trump tariffs, everything is down in the stock market. NIO also followed suit, trading at 3.66 as of recording of this video, which is near 52-week lows. What is the worst case scenario for NIO stock? We're going to analyze that in this video. Of course, just to give you guys some context, right? We've been hanging out around in this $4 to $5 range for quite a long time. And guys, for the longest time ever, when NIO stock was at 60, I said that there was a gap down at 20. You got to be careful. This was many years ago, back in like 2020. There's a gap at 20. You guys got to be careful. And back then at 60, you guys were saying, hey, that's impossible. No way it's going to go to a third, right? Well, of course, we got to 20. And then also said, hey, there's a gap at 8. You got to be careful. It might go down to 8. And people were saying, no way, impossible, calling me weird names and everything. And NIO stock went down to 8. And then there was another gap at 5. Said, hey, maybe we can go down to 5. And then people were like, no way. It's not going to go down to 5. And of course, it went down to 5. So what's happening right now is that there's a lot of capitulation. All right, not just from investors, but also it seems like car owners as well. They're very fed up. Everybody's quite fed up, disappointed with management, I guess. All right, I'm also a bit disappointed. Delivery targets couldn't be met. But going forward, we have to look forward. What's going to happen in the next coming months? Well, April deliveries. April, we're going to have some ET9 effect. We're going to have some Firefly at near the end of the month. So that could help with deliveries. But it's kind of baked in that Q1 earnings are going to be bad. They said that during the Q4 earnings call. So, until until the Q1 earnings, we might see some more downside. And right now, capitulation, people are selling their shares because they're giving up. Yeah. And because of that, that's going to cause downward pressure. And also, because the stock price is so damn low, we might also see some institutional investors let go of their shares. Bailey Gifford, they sold a while back. ARK Invest, they sold a while back. Things are not looking too great, all right? Especially with this trade war heating up and massive tariffs that Trump is imposing that people have said could lead to recession. So, taking that with a grain of salt, let's first look at a good optimistic view, okay? A good optimistic view is that this year, of course, we're going to have a big turnaround with the number of cars launched. That's really going to help out sales. There's still a lot of demand for NIO cars. It's just they're waiting for the newer NIO cars, okay? So that's going to come soon. And then we can expect, once those deliveries really start to pump up, I expect NIO can reach 30,000 plus deliveries at near the end of this month. Near the end of this year, all right? In the latter months of this year. And that could really propel the stock much higher. But what you're looking at right now is, of course, right now there's a lot of pessimism, okay? And it's just the way it is. Sales not meeting target. What can we do? Well, just hope for the best, right? And right now it's looking like this 52-week low is going to perhaps punch below it. There's multiple knocks on this 3.66 level, around this level, 3.69, 3.66, around this level. And if buyers don't step in, then we might have some more selling, and that might push the stock price down. And if we look down, okay, and this is an objective, like where is the stock price heading if this area, this level gives away? All right, if this level of 3.6, 3.65 doesn't hold up, where can we look for NIO stock to stabilize? Okay, I'm not saying that it's going to guaranteed to go down, but I'm saying if this level doesn't hold, then of course we might be going down. So knowing that previously the gaps have been filled, the 22 gap, right? The $8 gap here, and then the $5 gap here. Are there any gaps down below? And the fact of the matter is there are actually gaps down below, which we need to be careful of and we need to know about, okay? There's a gap over here at around 2.5 level, and I'm just going to mark this out for you guys so it's clear. All right, around this 2.5 level, 2.55 level. This is the 2.5 gap. You're going to call me crazy saying that, hey, NIO stock might go down to 2.5. Well, the previous gaps got filled. Everybody called me crazy back then, right? So if it goes down there, buy. I'm going to buy a whole lot of shares, all right? Are there any other gaps below that? Because damn, 2.55 is a very low stock price, to be honest. Any other gaps? There's this one tiny, weeny tiny gap over here at around 1.5. Of course, if it goes down there, that's going to be like everybody's got to be super bearish to be able to push this stock down that low. There's got to be some massive institutional selling to push the stock price that low, which I'd say the probability is quite low that this will happen. Of course 2.55 will have to get filled first, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. So we got to be careful what I say here. It's not impossible. If it goes down there, man, I might have to sell my car to buy more NIO stock. So those are some of the levels that you really got to be careful of. And right now, you see this line that I drew. This was, previous uptrend support line that got broken following the earnings news. And it's the momentum is downward. There's no debating that. All right, you can be frustrated. I'm frustrated as well, but it seems like we might head down a bit more. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say, especially with the Trump thing. And I'd be looking to buy maybe at 2.55. So I'll be adding to my position at 2.55, and then if that doesn't hold, 1.5, but that's kind of extreme. And what you're also seeing is that because of margin, some people might be forced to sell, right? And that might create more selling pressure, more margin calls, more selling pressure. So that's just, we're in a difficult situation, guys. But still, I maintain a very bullish outlook towards the end of the year, right? And I think towards the end of the year, once all these cars come out and once all the deliveries start pumping in, we're going to see the stock price hopefully do a V-shaped recovery, whether it's V like that or is it V like that. So we'll have to keep an eye out for NIO stock and see how it performs. Hopefully, we don't go too low from here. Hopefully, this level holds. Hopefully, we don't even break below 3.6, right? But take it with a grain of salt. Get some dry powder loaded and ready. That's what I'm doing. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.